You ever notice how the people who scream the loudest about being artists never actually make anything? Yeah, I'm calling you out. The kid with creative in their bio, but hasn't finished a single project since the pandemic. The dude who buys $700 worth of camera gear and then never leaves his bedroom. The girl who's working on a book that's been in the same Google Doc for 18 months. We're all so obsessed with looking like artists that we forgot how to actually create like one. And that's the punchline nobody tells you. You will never make great art until you stop trying to be a great artist. Because trying to be a great artist is basically cosplay, a costume, personality starter pack you slap on to hide the fact that you're terrified of being seen as mediocre. Let's talk about it. At some point, every creative person gets caught in the same psychological trap. You start making stuff. People say, yo, that's dope. Your ego inflates just enough to get dangerous, and suddenly, you're not making things anymore. You're defending this imaginary artist identity like it's the last base on Earth. Now every idea has to be profound. Every piece has to be your best work. Every project has to be portfolio ready, life-changing, perfectly color-graded, blessed by the gods of Adobe and divine inspiration. And when the bar is that high, you never even start. You freeze, you overthink, you procrastinate behind planning. You become a creative perfectionist with no actual creations. Because when your identity becomes I'm a great artist, failure suddenly feels like death. There was this guy I met once, a painter. He used to tell people he was building his legacy. He said that with a straight face too. Like bro was Picasso reincarnated but forgot how to hold a brush. He had this huge idea for a masterpiece. He even showed me a sketchbook full of drafts, theories, and color concepts. I swear he talked about that painting for 2 years. Ask him how the actual painting was going. Oh bro, I'm still refining the vision. No, he wasn't. He was just scared the real painting wouldn't look as good as the one inside his head. That's the curse of the great artist mindset. The idea becomes sacred, so you never risk ruining it with real execution. Meanwhile, mediocre artists lap you because they're too stupid to overthink. They're out there making 5 terrible pieces a week. You're still organizing your color palette. We grew up romanticizing the tortured genius, the brooding writer in a dim cafe, the eccentric painter that never explains his work, the lonely filmmaker who sees the world differently. It's aesthetic as hell, it's Tumblr core, it's your favorite indie movie, but it's also delusional. Most great artists weren't geniuses, they were obsessed workers. They made tons of garbage before they made anything good. Van Gogh made 900 paintings. You only know like 5. Da Vinci had notebooks full of half-baked inventions that didn't work. You just never see those on Instagram. But here you are, scared to make something mid, scared to post something imperfect, scared to be cringe on the way to being good. That fear, that's the artist identity talking. It wants to protect your image more than your growth. Here's the truth nobody wants to accept. Real creativity is cringe at first. It's sloppy, it's weird, it's embarrassing as hell. Half your ideas will look like they were made by a sleep-deprived raccoon with commitment issues. And guess what? That's the whole point. Art isn't born from confidence, it's born from experimentation, the messy drafts, the failed attempts, the abandoned paragraphs, the voice cracks in your first YouTube videos, the ugly brush strokes that make you want to delete your existence. Creativity comes from chaos. Identity wants control. Great art comes from play. Great artists want perfection. See the problem? Think about this. Every great piece of art you love was made by someone who wasn't trying to impress you. They weren't trying to build a brand. They weren't trying to optimize engagement. They weren't crafting a flawless persona. They were exploring something that mattered to them. Something weird, something honest, something raw. Great art is personal, not perfect. When you try to be a great artist, you filter yourself. You sand down the edges, you sterilize the chaos, you kill the soul of the work. But when you stop caring about being great, suddenly the work gets alive again. Make bad art on purpose. Here's a challenge. Make one terrible piece of art. Just one. Write a bad story. Record a messy video. Draw the ugliest character you've ever drawn. Film something weird, uncomfortable, a little unhinged. Make something you wouldn't dare post. You'll feel something you haven't felt in a long time. Creative freedom. When you give yourself permission to make bad art, you accidentally make better art. Because now it's honest. Now it's real. Now it's unfiltered you, not the costume of the artist you think you have to be. If there's one thing you take from this video, let it be this. Great art doesn't come from great artists. Great artists come from making a lot of shitty art first. The identity comes after the work, not before it. So stop protecting your reputation. Stop trying to look talented. Stop trying to be profound. Stop trying to be the next big thing and just start creating again. Not for the aesthetic, not for the brand, not for the audience, not for the algorithm, just for the experience of making something real. Because once you stop trying to be a great artist, you finally become one.